So today is when I get that plastic surgery. Not sure how that's going to turn out for me. It will most likely take place at the Mercy Hospital off of, well, the location of it is beyond me. Do you happen to know where that hospital is, Gustavo?
Technically, I'm not sure, and to be honest, I've never actually been there before. As long as you found the hospital where you get the surgery, you should be fine.
Maybe the GPS system on my phone can pull it up. I just hope it's legitimate. At any rate, they told me I had to arrive there sometime and approximately early in the morning. My only concern right now is who will be watching Frost while I'm gone? Right now she's asleep, and I don't want her feeling distressed or whatever the case may be while I'm away. Then again, there's not that many people living in the Flounder Heights apartments. I'm not really sure what to do. I'll probably think of something before that time comes. I gotta get to sleep. I'll talk to you soon, Gustavo. Good night.
Okay, Silver, let me know how the surgery goes when it's all over.
Many thoughts continue to haunt my head day by day ever since I've transfigured into an inkling. And to this early morning it's like an unremitting play. After talking with my friend Gustavo, I come to grips with the facts and went to sleep with Frost. Therefore, preparing for later in the morning. Will I ever reach triumph? The answer lies in the heart of everything that transpires this day.
Suburban Point CLE presents, created with Source Filmmaker.
Ready for this?
Let's do it!
The Plastic Surgery. Why am I must find the source.
This was where I had been teleported. To think it'd be in this route. But where exactly is that office? I continued to gaze at that same exact area where I was at that time. I need the time nor the inclination to get stressed out. I need to keep moving. And I don't give a dime if I had to travel a long duration of time on foot. Although, I should be careful what I wish for. With that established, I proceed to my destination. I don't recall this being part of my itinerary to the Mercy Hospital. Many hours have passed, and I found myself in the very misanthropic forest, searching for a scenic route to get to the hospital. And the only thing I found as far as anything was a tunnel straight ahead of me. I had no other options, so I advanced. Therefore, I've managed to take the subway transit. So this is it. The Mercy Hospital. Finally, after so much time has passed, rather wasted pretty much, I finally made it. I can now head to my appointment at the drop of a hat. But at the same time, I'm rather anxious. Are they even open right now for procedures? Whether there is that many people here or not, it still doesn't change the fact that I have one. I head to the elevators in the corridor ahead. What the? They can't be serious. A toilet in the elevator area? I don't have time for this. Well, easy does it from here. I passed many floors, and... Not to trigger the fourth wall breakage here, but toilets are meant to dwell in restrooms. Point blank! Now do me a favor and please get the camera out of my face. What the heck? There's no one here. I look everywhere, and there's not a single presence. Upon my knowledge, I don't even know if whether or not this place is a trap, or even more degenerate than that. What's going on? Huh? What was that sound? It came from this direction, didn't it? I look to my left, then my right, and I see a glow. A beautiful bluish glow from that room. But what could it be? I head towards that area to see what it is. is that? What is something like this doing here at this hospital? As I look at it, it looks like a time machine, or mayhaps a test tube for test subjects. But what is this thing doing here? I don't understand. I don't understand this hospital at all. What the? Hey! What's going on? Huh? Who are you?
What are you doing?
After that devastating blow, whoever or whatever that thing was trapped me in that tube. And to say that the machine acted like a time machine, it looks like it was an understatement. I've teleported to somewhere that's very wide and zero gravity like, as if I'm floating. But am I also dead after what happened? Is that really the end of me?
Who is this? Wait a second. This boy, isn't he? The research from my past. No way. He's unconscious. I have to help him. He must regain consciousness. A inhaler, activate. Sober, wake up. Thank goodness. You're finally awake.
Who are you?
I'm you.
Where am I?
You shouldn't be making sudden movements. It will intensify what you're undergoing right now. You have both memory sickness and a migraine from whatever impact that you've sustained. Just remain calm and tell me what happened.
I was scheduled to have plastic surgery and I think I remember it all. I was knocked out by something or someone, and my head suffered a very terrible collision.
I see. That is unfortunate.
It started out in the hospital room I went to, and I discovered something that looked like a time machine. It was wide open right in front of my eyes as I approached it. But it still puzzles me as to what someone like that is doing in the hospital. I was assuming they headed for test subjects, but technically, no. But it's crazy how I've ended up being here afterwards. Like, am I really hallucinating after that collision?
You won't have to undergo such a procedure.
What do you mean?
You will find out as you look ahead of you the resolution of your destiny that awaits you. A gift of hope meeting the grasp of the chosen heart. It should arrive momentarily. There it is.
Huh? What's that?
That is the Aang Gem of Hope. It was made during the times the Maverick Hunter Wars took their course.
Maverick?
Yes, a generation that was once fought for many years on account of their ambition to change the world gruesomely. I was, however, involved in those wars. But after such a catastrophic time, this diaphanous gem came to our realm. A gem that can grant any wish the chosen heart wishes to fulfill, no matter the genre. And because the Aang Gem of Hope has chosen you, future me, I ask you this.
Yes?
What is your wish?
My wish is fusion. To fuse myself telepathically with my past self. Now that I understand that you're genuinely me. The past combined with the future. Although it may seem rather neutral once done, but I remember it all too. After coming into contact with this gem. As soon as I touched it, it's like it tapped into my head as if it wanted to send me a message about what happened during those times.
That is a very faithful wish. Then, if you wish fusion, then I'll be more than happy to combine strings, mind, psyche, and everything else with you. You will no longer have to feel like carrying such a burden with you. As long as I'm with you, so the future's alteration's a possibility. And after your wish is granted, it will not only commence the transfusion, but it will also teleport us back home, combined together. Are you ready?
Yes.
Very well. Just close your eyes, and it will slowly grant your wish. I'm back home, and the powers that my past self had was granted to me. After making that wish, seeing it through and through, I'm not only finally able to have my voice back again, but able to modify the morality of myself. And from this day on, I shall carry on that legacy, no matter my alias. And with that established, I finally return to Frost, my baby Inkling. who was spontaneously happy for my safe return to her. The sun rose, leading to daytime being at hand.